All right, I'm Eduardo Neret with Campus Reform, and today we're at the University of Miami to find out how much students know about Joe Biden and Ukraine. So there's a recent news report out about a high-ranking politician in this country and who used his office to benefit his son. His son was placed on a board of a very large energy company, even though his son had no experience in energy, was paid a lot of money. Any guesses on who this public official might be?
Probably Trump.
Donald Trump.
Is it Trump?
Oh, God.
Trump.
You think it's Trump?
I don't think it's
No.
Trump. I'm not very good with politics, so I have no idea.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. What makes you guess Biden?
That it's an event of corruption that's occurring now. It's well known that Joe Biden, threatened government officials of Ukraine in terms of save his son from an investigation that was occurring.
Since President Trump has been in office and since he was negotiating with Ukraine, his son, Donald Trump Jr., has been placed on the board of a large Ukrainian oil company and was paid $50,000 a month, even though he has no experience, no background in oil. Is that corruption to you?
Yeah, I mean, why is someone who doesn't have experience being chosen to go, perform a job that he actually hasn't been prepared for or, is knowledgeable about?
That's absolutely corruption. That's messed up. Everything he's done is messed up.
Yeah, it sounds like a conflict of interest.
Doesn't have anything to make him good for that job. So doesn't have any experience, doesn't know how to do the job. It just seems like there's some sort of shady business going on over there.
Does that sound like corruption to you?
Yeah, definitely.
I would think so. I don't know anything else.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, 100%.
Does that cross the line for corruption to you?
Absolutely. It's like the mafia. It's stupid.
I think that's pretty corrupt.
Do you think someone who was maybe using the office to benefit people around them, to benefit themselves personally, do you think a person like that should be president of the United States?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all.
And so do you think someone who's been accused of doing that is fit to serve as president?
I think that person should go to jail for 20 years.
How do you feel about someone like that being president? Do you think they're fit to serve?
I mean, definitely not.
No, I mean, if we look at the core values of America, you would say that we're all about individualism, so he should be able to if he really is as good as his father would think he is, then he should be able to get it on his own.
Are you comfortable with someone who's doing that and maybe enriching their son being president of the United States?
God, no.
I don't think people in public office should be using their power to benefit themselves or people immediately around them, and their power should be used to benefit people who elected them.
Would it change your mind at all? Would your opinion change if I told you that instead of Donald Trump and his son Don Jr., the story I'm telling you actually involves Joe Biden and his son Hunter?
I would not be surprised. I'm not a fan of Biden either. It's messed up regardless of what party's doing it.
I'm not surprised.
So what if I told you that the person doing this wasn't actually Trump, but Joe Biden? Does that change your opinion at all?
I was going to get Joe Biden, too, because that's the only other person I know.
But he's so
yeah,
cute.
it does change my opinion on him.
Yeah, totally.
What do you guys think about Joe Biden generally?
I don't really know a lot about him, but if
nice
he's
guy.
doing that, then it can't be
He has
good for our
morals.
country.
Well, I guess not.
No, I'm still not surprised. I don't really support either of them.
I mean, yeah, it would surprise me. And I probably would still say the same thing, though, towards Joe Biden. So I don't know if it's the name really matters to me.
If you were to find out that it's actually Joe Biden and his son Hunter who are doing this in Ukraine, do you still think that's equally corrupt?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not in favor of a lot of Joe Biden's policies. He's deported a lot of people, and there's a lot of things that he stands for. And I don't really necessarily identify with one political party over the other. It's just more so based on people's actions.
I would feel the same way.
You would feel the same way?
Yeah, regardless. It's still wrong.
Would your mind change at all if I told you instead of Donald Trump and his son, it was actually Joe Biden and his son Hunter?
I could believe it. Yeah.
No, of course not. That absolutely makes sense considering I don't want to say Joe Biden's history of things like that, but it's definitely not a position of not an issue of party rather than an issue of just basic decency.
I mean, Joe Biden broke the law, so I guess he looks bad doing that as well.
So you definitely think it's corruption?
Yeah, definitely.